monetize. I'll be very surprised. Oh no, I'm going to miss out on that 20 cents. Click links to join the channel, Coffee, BitChute, Odysee, or subscribe. You can join and you'll be in the live streams with whatever. Okay, so Batman ritual brainwashing. The boys are throbbing for Robin's reaming, I guess. Ritual brainwashing kids. The humiliation ritual just keeps on trucking. AC/DC, another day in clown world. It's clowns all the way down. Every circle of hell is just a weirder clown until you get to the clown boss, Soros or Rothschilds, whoever the Luciferian clown king is. All pop culture that is made by these global trotting lizards is going to be satanic. By now, you can't possibly have your head in the sand about all this stuff. Holy booty bandit, Batman. I'm in love with the D. You know, believe it or not, most dudes don't love other dudes. Guys like each other and enjoy each other's company, but most dudes actually don't want to bang each other. I know, it's weird. It's weird that how, I don't know, what, 60 million years of mammalian evolution has created such to the point where the same sex doesn't usually bang each other because they want to, make kids. But these lizard people, or maybe I should say two-legged snakes to escape the algorithm, they see an opportunity to spread their disease. Why do Comicsgate books sell for $30? Oh my god, you guys are grifting! You know why those Comicsgate books sell for $30? Well, they're like $20 to $25 plus shipping. It's because of stuff like this. Yes, they want to humiliate you, but they also want to turn your kids gay. You can't make babies with butt love. You can try as hard as you want, and it might be fun, but it's just not going to happen. So what do? They show a little blonde, blue-eyed boy who loves getting reamed by Robin. So, that's going to appeal to like 2% of the audience, but they want the other 98% to jump on board with butt love. Gee, what a quinky dink. They both have blue eyes. Weird. Fucking weird. Actually, plot twist, it's not so weird. Here's the thing. It's time to come face to face with a few realities. Here's what's going on. They use language to control your behavior. They invent power language because they control academia and the media. They use these terms as shields to hide behind so that they can do horrible things. Then they just raise the shield as a warning. Careful, don't be istophobic or we'll dox you, get you fired, send Antifa to your business, have your banks close your accounts. All those terms you're familiar with, the anti-Sem this or the phobic that, they're not real. They're not organic terms. They're manipulative propaganda. They didn't evolve naturally. They were created by Trotskys and Bernsteins, Carr, or the ADL to control your words, thoughts, and actions. You don't have free speech. That ended about 20 years ago with the events of 2001. For example, this current BLT stuff, if for biological, sociological, philosophical reasons, you're starting to think that it might be a negative thing. And perhaps it shouldn't be pushed on kids who are very impressionable. You can't say it publicly or the media will do everything in their power to destroy you. The media is very, very powerful. They hack people all the time, and the feds never stop to say, wait a minute, how did you get this information if you didn't get it through hacking? And the media doesn't report on the media because once they start down that path, CNN and MSNBC started reporting on each other, well, they'd never stop because they're both fake news. I mean, it's something they've just implicitly agreed not to do. The media doesn't report the news. They advocate and control the narrative. Nobody believes the media is fair and impartial anymore. There are people who pass around images of the shot callers in the industry. Almost all of them are globalists. You're getting the globalist propaganda-approved message. You're not getting news. That's what people want to see, not the earlier stuff. If you say you don't want BLT stuff around kids, the school boards and teachers will dox you and call you an istophobe, which may get you fired. If the alt-left creates a control term, it takes a few years, but it'll gain enough power to destroy people. Because who do you think the media, social media, and ADL, SPLC, and CAR are? They are a gang who are advocating to advance their interests, which are horrible and adverse to yours if you're not a degenerate, which are to destroy you and your kids. The drag queen story hour, trans kids, there's the demonetization. But in school, BLT stuff in schools and kids' books, this is all a hard line in the sand. To oppose it means that they will start labeling you. They'll start with one phobia label, but they'll just keep throwing everything at you in an effort to make you back down, and as a warning to others to not dare disagree with the puppet masters. Which is why it's critical to never apologize, never back down. Once you take a stand, stick with it. Right now, we're controlled essentially by these media corporations and not by we the people. If you take a stand on an issue and you work for someone, CNN will call your work and ask why are they employing someone who has reportedly been called an Austrian painter. And this is all just this tautological sourcing of reported by whom? Oh, another media company. And well, who does that source it to? And it turns out it's like nothing. It's absolute nothing. Some unnamed sources. Yeah, we see you, media. We see you, and we will eventually one day redress our grievance, very publicly, hopefully. That's about as far as I can go on YouTube. The company's just going to fire you and move on because America has been turned into nothing more than a commercial zone run by the media and bankers. You're just a replaceable debt slave. They will happily destroy you as a warning to others, which is why it's important to form identity groups, be they militias or clubs, to advocate for your own tribe's interests. Only groups have power. This isn't about I just wanted to read my comics. Sorry, we're going to take that away from you and probably insert it into your rectum. Comics, films, music are just tools to carry the propaganda. Degeneracy versus order, or you can call it globalism versus nationalism, because it seems like fundamentally that's kind of what it is. If you want to sexualize kids, then you're almost certainly a globalist. America is on this precipice. Some things can't be compromised. Civil conflict is hell and must be avoided at almost any cost. That sacrifice to Moloch can't go unanswered. To be complacent and compliant while they do evil is to be culpable. It's better to have a civil disunion and physically divest ourselves of what we have come to realize is abhorrent to our view of civilization. Our founding fathers didn't want us to suffer the tyranny of the state. They, of course, didn't want us to be servants under any tyranny, state or stateless. Silly comics are just a facet of the cultural Marxist brainwashing. The Marxist CRT in schools is another, and obviously the endless barrage of anti-white hatred coming out of the MSN. We are drowning in the sea of hatred created by one Moses Mordecai Levy, a.k.a. Karl Marx, a sociopath who is a god to modern-day Bolsheviks. If you don't read comics, you have no idea how prevalent the anti-white hatred is. It's present in almost every issue that has a mixed group where it can be possible that will make it happen. The BLT stuff is actually less common because it grosses people out. It grosses people out enough that they're just so disgusted they don't even pirate it. Comics are like a trial balloon, a low-cost trial balloon for films. If you want to slowly start to wrap your head around what's going on, take notes next time you see a commercial. Start screen capping them and post them online. I just screen capped one. It was on, I think, either the Kindle ad or YouTube, where it was two POCs are in an office and they're watching their blonde boss act like a complete and total idiot in the office, and the poor haggard POCs are doing all the work while this blonde master is just acting like developmentally disabled. Like he could only have gotten that position through nepotism and not through merit. You know, once you start to look at these commercials and break them down, it's like, well, your message is We know what your message is. It's horrific. And logically, it doesn't make sense, because you can take a look at Europe and you go, look at that. Look at Europe. They built amazing things. Your messaging logically falls apart. Every facet just starts to dissolve. Go watch Birds of Prey and Wonder Woman 1984. Take a look at the antagonists. Doesn't the things that you see start to destroy the willing suspension of disbelief? Because once you notice this stuff, you're screwed. You can never stop noticing. That rabbit hole term has been overused, and it's kind of cringy, that the whole red pill thing and all that. But YouTube shut down that kind of messaging pretty quickly, because ultimately, when it comes down to it, they don't want people taking that that eye-opening matrix pill. They don't want people waking up, so they just kick off all these channels that start. We're talking about that. All that stuff from 2016 is all gone, almost all gone now. There's a few leftovers, but it's like they demonetize them and they just shadow ban them. It's like, it's not the same. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, join the channel, and get a shiny icon. And yes, her boobs should be bigger. All right, guys, I'll see you all next episode.